Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
And throw right side complete to Parker. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And we take a long look at Ezekiel Elliott, who led the league in rushing 2 out of the last 3 years. Certainly built to handle a huge workload. He led the league in total touches a season ago.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. On 2nd down and 4. Luck. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Mike, check. 59. It's going to be a long.
From the 41, Luck. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Chargers under third-year coach Anthony Lynn. They'll be led out by the former Texas Tech Red Raider, and quarterback, it's Nick Shimonek.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Hey, what?
Shoot.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 22 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ready, ready.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Check.
5.
Penny, a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On the ready.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52 is the mic. We got it.
To throw is Shimonek. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Shimonek to throw it, and now he'll tuck it and run. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ready?
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
They're not ready for this. They still
They're throwing here. Shimonek. That's caught by Penny. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Here's Jack Fox now. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now Love. He's going to let this one go. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Love. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw him pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big rip.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
Number 15. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Indy.
First down, Chargers.
Come this way. Here we go.
Shimonick. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now the Lions defensive starters.
One of the best names in the NFL, Yannick Ngakoue, is one of the better pass rushers in the NFL as well. Back-to-back seasons with 9 sacks or more, he puts pressure on quarterbacks each and every snap.
Go now. 10-2 start.
52's the mark. Watch the backer.
Snap.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Go. 18. Gator.
52. Touchdown defense.
2 yards.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott a 1st down and more, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Offense.
That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. Now it's Locke. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Luck now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Check.
On 2nd and a yard. Luck. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Watch the curls.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Gotta do better.
At the Chargers' 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. That's a gain of 8.
Right there.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And this is caught by Watkins.
It's a gain of 8. That's another.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Luck now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Mostert. Down to the 25.
They cannot.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Mike, check. 59.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He'll have a first down past the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted in great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down, Shemenek. And he finds Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Come
The
on,
last
set.
completion
50,
actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Back to throw. Sheminik.
Let's bring it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different response.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st and 10, Locke going deep here for Watkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
That's a gain of 3.
Throwing his lock. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
A 4-yard loss.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, this is Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15.
On 2nd and 15 now. Sheminik. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's good. For the Lions,
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Penny. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Penny. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Luck now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Luck. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Darius Philon busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The final shot before the break. Luck going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together.
And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Let's go, D, let's go.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Now Shimonek. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So that'll back him up 5. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Yo. Whip. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Here we go. Brings up second and 10.
Deep rip.
Throwing on second down. Shimonek. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. You got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss, because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Watch the run.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw is Locke. And over the middle, this is Parker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We got this. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, G. Here I come.
First down 10.
This is Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatch.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And now the throw taken in by Chark. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Go.
Now Rashad Penny. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Jimmy Smith is on the run down.
We'll go 25 to
It's a
the
gain of 7.
From just shy of midfield, Shemenek, and his throw is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Runs through the contact. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Let's go, Set, ready?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Right. Go. 52,
On the run, it's Penny. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A gain of 2.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Luck. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cassius Marsh coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Lobo. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hit it.
Here's Shimonik to throw it. That's caught by Penny. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They're throwing here. Shimonik. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw is Shimonik. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now. And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
3rd and 2. Love. And he's got it. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Mostert, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shimonik. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. They'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
You got him. You got him.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Out comes the offense onto the field once more, led by O.J. Howard. And partner the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Detroit, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.